Hello, everybody. Welcome to TOI Digital. Beyond the Boundary is the name of the show, daily guide to everything that's happening in Indian cricket. As always, we've got a power pack panel. We've got Dwaipan Datta joining us from Chennai. We've got Arani Basu joining us from NCR. And our very own Gaurav Gupta joining us from Mumbai. Thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us today. Starting off with you, Dwaipan, the Indian team have reached Asia for the Asia Cup. They've reached Dubai in batches and dribs and drabs, and now starts all the speculation. Uh, the first speculation or the first question that is on everybody's mind: what happens to the seam bowling partner of Jasprit Bumrah? Will it be Arshdeep Singh or Harshit Rana? In the Champions Trophy, India opted for Harshit Rana initially, and Arshdeep Singh, for some reason, has not been considered that much in one day cricket, more in T20 cricket. So you see Arshdeep continuing there?
I think so. Arshdeep Singh is a surefire starter in T20s. He has been the one of the go-to bowlers for India in T20 cricket, and there is no reason not to play him. Like if there is one format that he should be playing every day, it is T20 cricket. He has all the ingredients to be a very good T20 bowler. So the first choice which to partner Bumrah should has to be Arshdeep. Harshit is a backup option who may well play the softer games, the Oman game, etc. Those games he may play. Even Bumrah may not play, and Harshit may play. So they will keep him in the mix. But as far as I'm concerned, Arshdeep Singh is should definitely get the nod as the second pacer.
Arani, who's your pick, Arshdeep or Harshit Rana?
Yeah, Arshdeep I think is a no-brainer in T20s like the said. And see, for some reason, the Indian team management doesn't have enough confidence in Arshdeep in longer formats. Somehow they feel that if the ball goes old, can he bowl a spell, hold a spell together? I think that's not been proven yet. And there's I think it's a bit unfair on Arshdeep because he's not been able to play longer format of the game because of the commitments he has in T20 cricket. But in T20 cricket, I think he's got the grasp of T20 cricket. With the new ball, he swings the ball both ways, and then again with the older ball, he can bowl those slow bouncers. He's very deceptive. The pace that he generates through the air is very deceptive. Those Yorkers come in really quick at a good pace, and if he can get the ball to tail a bit, he's a handful on those conditions if the ball tails a bit. But yes, I think Arshdeep is a no-brainer playing T20 cricket.
Gigi, what's your
If India go with two regular pacers depending on the surfaces, that's it.
Gigi, what should India do? They started the Champions Trophy with Harshit Rana and then dropped him and then went on all-out spin attack. Do you see something similar happening with Arshdeep Singh also being dropped and all-out spin attack with Bumrah and Hardik?
अगर वो क्यूरेटर सेम है तो डेफिनेटली हो सकता है क्योंकि वो क्यूरेटर मुझे लगता है कि बीसीसीआई के अच्छे दोस्त हैं तो अगर वो वैसा हुआ तो हो
Remember,
सकता है कि
BCCI
दोबारा
is the
यही हो
host.
हाँ
Remember, BCCI
हाँ
is the
बीसीसीआई
host.
होस्ट है तो हम होस्ट हैं तो हमारे को फुल अधिकार है कि हम अपने हिसाब से विकेट्स बनाएं तो अगर अपने हिसाब से हमारे हिसाब से विकेट्स होंगे तो ये भी टर्निंग बट लेट्स नॉट फॉरगेट दिस द एशिया कप this is not the Champions Trophy where you're playing Australia and all these countries. You're playing countries which can be you're not playing Australia and New Zealand who can struggle against quality spin. Here you've got teams which might actually, and this is a shorter format. So थोड़ा सा risky होगा मुझे लगता है वो approach because even Afghanistan and all they've got very good spinners. Bangladesh also are a different proposition when the ball starts turning and bouncing and all. So Sri Lanka of course has this knack of producing unpredictable bowlers who can just churn out big turn or deceptive this thing variation. So I think थोड़ा सा risky होगा वो approach. I believe three spinners I think खेलेंगे दो fast bowlers as आपने said. I think मुझे लगता है दो fast bowlers तो खेलेंगे. I think Arshdeep definitely I see them penned in there. I think Harshit is just a backup more or less. I think it will be in case there are softer games and Bumrah se. But then softer games से क्या Bumrah के लिए भी 4-5 मैच हैं इस tournament में. It's not a very big this thing. So I don't know. Already भी Bumrah के लिए already he's under fire for workload management and all. इसमें भी अगर वो matches miss करने लगे, and with the final being on 28th, जो कि मुझे increasingly लग रहा है, I'm not sure if he will be picked for the Test series against the West Indies. तो I have a feeling कि शायद यहाँ पर वो सारे मैचेस खेलेंगे. In which case it will be Arshdeep partnering him because Arshdeep has been our most sensational white ball bowler. I think in at least in
T20,
T20. Last,
T20,
yeah,
T20.
T20, but I think ODIs or physicals are pretty decent, but
No, but he's not
not
played.
motivated.
They've not played him in ODIs that
Yeah,
much.
in Champions Trophy तो नहीं खिलाया था, मैं था वहाँ पर, but before
Even against England, he didn't play.
that is because I think they started they were playing Harshit Rana ahead of him, right?
Yes, yes,
हाँ
yes.
तो वो थोड़ा
And
कोच
even
के
before
वो कोच
that,
का थोड़ा
even
कॉन्फिडेंस है
before,
हेड कोच का.
uh,
तो
but
like
even the
that, but
previous regime
हाँ,
was not playing him.
in ODIs you mean?
Yes.
Acha, but in the T20 World Cup, I thought he was outstanding. In the final, he was just absolutely sensational. I mean, उनका भी उतना ही बड़ा रोल था वो फाइनल जिताने में जितना कि बुमराह का था. With all due respect to Bumrah, he bowled I think pretty economically in the slog overs and was very difficult to get away. So it's a no-brainer out and out, as the other two gentlemen said. So मुझे लगता है कि definitely वो pending है. But I'm excited to watch. The likes of Varun Chakravarti and our spinners in action. But yeah, Arshdeep will be definitely be there, and who knows could actually take surprise us with a 5 wicket haul and stuff like that. I'm sure UAE लालू सर ने थोड़ा सा बताया होगा लेफ्ट आर्म फास्ट बॉलर कैसे खेलना है because UAE, Oman, all these teams के against, so definitely I see him even running through the side, especially in the initial overs.
It's a big day because Gigi has just referred to Orani and Dwaipan as the other two gentlemen. So it's a red letter day for both of you. So there are some questions coming through. The Duleep Trophy has progressed today. Dwaipan, anything that stood out for you in the Duleep Trophy before we head back to Arshdeep and Harshit Rana?
Well, I haven't checked the scores.
My
What's
God, this is sacrilege.
please,
We
please,
can
Orani,
discuss yesterday. We can discuss Ruturaj Gaikwad,
Ruturaj,
Dwapanda.
yeah, yeah,
It's a big
Ruturaj
thing to be
Gaikwad.
discussed.
We discussed Ruturaj Gaikwad at length yesterday, and like yeah, he, that playing in the middle order, and I said like I always have a lot of faith in Ruturaj Gaikwad's batting abilities, like even red ball abilities. Like I have, so it was good that he got some runs long pending, and I think this innings should kind of bring him back in the reckoning in the scheme of things. So it's good for him. He's a quality player, uh, and all this talk about him being a better white ball player, I still think he's a better red ball player because he has that solid sound technique that goes into the making of a good red ball player. So good for him. He has scored some big runs, and that should stand him in good state going forward.
Orani, what's your take of what has happened?
I think people are more concerned. The focus must have been on Shreyas Iyer, but I don't think that innings will be so much taken into account because he will have another go at the Duleep Trophy. I think, like we had discussed before the Duleep Trophy, there are very few players. What I've been really looking forward to is see how the Pacers go. I mean, Khalil going at 5 runs per over is not a good sign again in domestic cricket. I think that's where I think India need to focus on their pace backups. Fine, we have four
In red
pacers
ball
right
cricket.
now in red ball cricket who can bowl at decent pace and can hold their own. I think that is those scores. I don't know how the surfaces are. These are big scores, but you expect senior bowlers who've been in the circuit for what 8, 9 years now to at least contain the batters. That is one thing, and I think I'm looking forward to again Ayush Badoni batting because I know for a fact that Gautam Gambhir has a liking for him, and if you're looking at middle order prospects, he can be a person who can be looked at. He scored a double hundred in the last match. scored a 60 also, had a good Ranji Trophy season. I think that can be with Shreyas Iyer and all that. We are looking at two spots in red ball cricket, that middle order, one middle order spot, and the red ball backup, fast bowling backup. But I'm really a bit disappointed so far with how fast bowlers have gone about the
But
year.
then what, Gigi, what about Danish Malewar? He scored so much runs, so many runs. Nobody's talking about him.
I'm very impressed by his numbers, sheer numbers. I have not watched him bat, Chandesh, and I hope he gets picked for the India A side against Australia A. जो दो match आ रहे हैं, I hope he gets picked for those two matches, and we are able to see him perform against Australia A. And if he does well, definitely 21 साल का है, I think वो 21-22 साल के हैं, तो definitely one to watch out for the future. And somebody who is doing well in the Ranji Trophy in red ball format should be encouraged ahead of red ball season where you have four test matches. So definitely I'm excited about him because अच्छे numbers हैं. I agree the double hit was against Northeast, right? The this thing in the earlier round. तो वो थोड़ा सा वो है, but ठीक है. I mean, at the end of the day, you're judged by your scores against the big teams. So और I think ये उनका शायद पहला debut season ही था उनका last year. So it's still got a lot of cricket to play and to prove himself. But ऋतुराज गायकवाड़, I'm not too sure about last year उनको ओपनर की तरह देख रहे थे. ठीक है, I was sure because my sources were telling me that we are seeing him as a third opener the Australia tour के time पे. Then he didn't have a great India A tour of Australia, and then he started batting in the middle order, out and out in the Ranji Trophy at number 4. So so he didn't help his cause. Now also he's batting at number 4. ये runs भी number 4 पे आए हैं. So I don't know. I mean that means that either he's clearly in the position which at which Karun Nair and the number 3 slot. मुझे लगता है वो number 3 slot के लिए गन कर रहे हैं सब लोग. And I think Ritu was also somewhere gunning for that because also being an opener, he feels he can do justice to that spot. And he's trying to compete with Karun Nair and Sai Sudarshan for that spot.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I'll start taking questions from our subscribers from the chat window. Arvind Atreyas, our regular, and starting off with you, Dwaipan. Arshdeep should play. He has Bumrah-like mentality. There shouldn't be a debate between Arshdeep and Rana, but because of Gambhir, there is debate. And Arvind Atreyas also has a question. DD, can India go with Bumrah plus Hardik and play both Kuldeep and Varun?
Uh, I think see the way this Indian team is like. I was just thinking about this. Like earlier, we had those three proper all rounders: Aksar, Jadeja, and Hardik as 6, 7, 8, and then three bowlers. In T20 cricket, the way it is, you need six bowlers because one can go for runs, as we saw even in the World Cup final. One can, so you need six proper bowlers. So here, if you are not playing, uh, not playing six proper bowlers and banking on Shivam Dubey and Abhishek Sharma to be your sixth bowler, then you are forcing the hands of Aksar Patel and Hardik Pandya to bowl their full quota of overs, which I am not very sure about. So in a situation like that, I think they should play with four proper bowlers in Bumrah, Arshdeep, Kuldeep, and Varun. I don't know whether that will happen, whether they are comfortable with seven batters. The But as far as I see it, because we play with the impact sub in IPL, right? So this batting order, we always have this batting till 8, and India had the cushion of Jadeja, Aksar, and Hardik till a few days ago, till the last T20 World Cup. But playing with five bowlers, which includes Hardik Pandya and Aksar Patel, I am not very comfortable with it. So I think 7 plus 4 should be the way to go. We should have a bowling lineup which should be able to decimate the opposition.
Arani, a couple of questions from Mitali Shekhawat and Babar Ali. Mitali Shekhawat says, Sir, Nishant Sindhu, can he be considered for Indian Test team versus the West Indies as an all-rounder? And Babar Ali says, why is Rajat Patidar not being considered for any format?
Uh, Mithali asked about Nishant Sindhu. I think I think Nishant Sindhu is has to do a lot of work right still now. He's doing well. For a spinner to break into an Indian team is very tough. Those you are only competing for two places. Spinner like Kuldeep Yadav is sitting out for ages now out of in Test cricket. So that Nishant Sindhu, yes, we maybe people are getting carried away with Gautam Gambhir's philosophy of bowlers who can bat a bit. But I think that place is sorted right now, and this young boy needs to play more high-profile games. I think Haryana has not qualified for knockouts. I think if he does, then maybe he play high-pressure games. Maybe he gets to get a go in IPL as well. That's when your temperament is checked. There is Manav Sutar, the selectors have identified as a possible backup. They're trying to groom him. So that the queue is the places are very less and the queue is pretty long there. And for Rajat Patidar, I think he has been considered. He was in the reckoning before the England tour. But the issue with Rajat Patidar will be that he did not have a great Ranji Trophy season last year. People are missing that side. That for a season and a half, he's been a bit off with his red ball game, but he was still in the reckoning when that major churning was happening. I think the selectors and the team management are a lot more focused on players who can deliver for a longer time. I think the age factor may be coming into account, but he's not out of reckoning, I must say. But he needs to score big runs in domestic cricket now, first class cricket. I think he's done well. IPL, he's done well, batted well as a captain. He's led well, but except that one IPL season, has he had the big breakthrough season and that one or two Ranji Trophy seasons a few years back? I think that he has tapered down a bit as a batter, prolific batter, but he was given three test matches at home against England, and those were very good pitches to bat on. That I think that's where I think he's lost out. He missed an opportunity, but I don't think he's out of reckoning as such. But like, see, Shreyas Iyer is still warming the bench. He's still waiting for his chance. Like Ruturaj Gaikwad is there, who's scoring truckloads of runs. There are other batters who have just not jumped the queue, they have overtaken him in this race for that spot in Test cricket. But yes, if he has a very good Ranji Trophy red ball season, you never know. But India are not going to play on in Sena countries for a while. I think there is one series in 2026 December or January in New Zealand. So other than that, I think India will not need as many batters. Jadeja at six will suffice, and Washington at seven. So that will, I think that will suffice for that. There will be one or two spots available up for grabs. I think they will keep investing in Saiful Roshan for a while, give him a chance to establish himself, and then maybe there's a place for Shreyas Iyer to, if they can accommodate. There is Sarfaraz Khan, or if people think he deserves another chance to make a name for himself in international cricket. So there are people who are ahead of him in the queue now. They were looking at Rajat Patidar before the England tour, given his experience and that composure that he has. Then I think he had injured his finger as well during the IPL. So all that kind of played a role in him not being picked. So yeah, as of now, he's not out of reckoning.
Okay. Legend X Gaming has a question for you, जीजी. जीजी सर, हम लोग एशिया कप खेलने गए थे क्या? मुझे तो लग रहा था पिकनिक गए हैं। अब अलग अलग छुट्टी मनाने भाई, टूर्नामेंट अभी। जीजी कोई दिक्कत नहीं है क्या? बस गमन आ गया था दो दो की बात, हिपोक्रेसी चल रही, बेसिकली रेफरिंग टू द फैक्ट दैट द टीम हैज रीच्ड दुबई इन ड्रिब्स एंड ड्रैब्स एंड वेरियस groups, or one person here, one person there. He had an issue with that in Australia. Now he doesn't have any issue.
पॉइंट है, उनकी बात में पॉइंट है, मैं मानता हूँ ये चीज को। मुझे भी थोड़ा अटपटा लगा, मैंने रेड अबाउट इट that some players are coming from there, some from here, ये वो, जबकि आपने एक रूल बना दिया था that everybody is going to travel together, ये वो। so थोड़ा मुझे अजीब लगा, but maybe I think the idea is to create that bonhomie in the camp, that's why जल्दी जा रहे हैं, जल्दी गए मतलब। तो आई थिंक आज से शायद प्रैक्टिस करना, आज तो शायद रेस्ट किया होगा बिकॉज दे
नहीं,
जस्ट
आज
रीच
प्रैक्टिस
यस्टरडे।
है, मैंने
अच्छा आज
पढ़ा था
प्रैक्टिस किया
6
है,
से
आज प्रैक्टिस
6
है
से
रात
9
को, अच्छा।
प्रैक्टिस, 6 से 9 दुबई टाइम
ओके
प्रैक्टिस,
ओके
मतलब
ओके, हाँ,
7:30 से
सो आई
साढ़े
गेस,
दस
हाँ, सो कोई कहीं से भी आया हो, एज लॉन्ग एज द होल टीम इज प्रैक्टिसिंग टुगेदर फ्रॉम टुडे, एंड टुडे वी आर सिटिंग ऑन 5th, फर्स्ट मैच इज ऑन 10th, तो ये 5-6 दिन अगर ऑलमोस्ट एक हफ्ता बढ़िया प्रैक्टिस चल रही है, तो आई थिंक दैट्स गुड इनफ है, that should be fine, that should not be an issue. In an ideal world, yes, what you practice, what you preached, you haven't practiced for this tour, you have made an exception, but it's okay. I mean, it's, I think the whole idea is कि it's just a short white ball tournament है, तो इतना कोई वो नहीं है, and obviously इसके बाद सॉरी वेस्ट इंडीज टूर शुरू हो रहा है 2 तारीख से, टेस्ट सीरीज, उसके लिए भी इकट्ठे सबके लिए आना, ऐसी बार बार सबके लिए इकट्ठे आना, सॉरी, it's not easy, बार बार सबके लिए इकट्ठे जाना for a tour is not going to be easy, it's not going to be feasible. So for West Indies also, some players are going to be returning from UAE and going to be joining that team, some players will be from here, from India, picked from domestic cricket or something, so it's going to be mix and match, so like that, so I think ठीक है, बट हाँ, जितना आपने पीच किया था सब एक साथ जाएंगे, ये है वो है, तो थोड़ा सा वहां पर आपने रियायत दी, बट इट्स ओके, you're practicing as a group from today for 4-5 days, that's good enough, I think.
Uh, Dwaipan, Chirag Patel has a complaint for you. DDY, why are you worried about Jasprit fitness? He has actually had long 1.5 months rest. He'll play all the matches and he won't play Test series against West Indies.
No, I don't have a. I'm not worried about his fitness, but I think like he's a precious commodity, and there is no need to play him in games which is not needed. Like you play him in matches where you need him, where because he wins you matches on your own. So why waste? And as it is, you will make these Oman and UAE games. All the probably he will play the first game, which is against UAE, I believe. So he will probably play the first game. So it's not that he won't. And Pakistan obviously he will play, and then the last four he will play, the three in the Super Four and the final. So maybe one game he will not play, if at all. But then no, I'm not worried about his. But I believe in this idea of workload management for a player of that quality. And I feel he should be handled with care. If he chooses not to play a few matches, whatever he wants to play, we should feed his ego, because we do not have a player of that caliber.
Tarun Negi has a question for you, Arani. Arani, the Rishabh fit to play West Indies Test series?
I get this question every day, I think. I think, like again, see, he's on course. There's no reason that he shouldn't be fit. But again, he will go through scans, and again, uh, they will be monitoring him. Obviously, they won't, again, like Didi said, there's no point rushing him also. But I don't think that would be a problem going into the first test match. I think he should be all right, but I think there are few scans remaining, and the final checkups going to happen, and then we'll be fine.
And Arani, again, because of you, we've got a super chat. R Nav underscore S has sent a 40 rupee super chat. Arani, Bhasan, come do, thoda, let other speak. Let others speak. Gigi, tell about VK. 40 रुपए देके वापस मतलब डांट रहा है.
ठीक है, वो पैसा दिया है तो उसका हक बनता है, चलो हैरानी, तुम आंसर करो पहले, तुम इतना क्यों बोलते हो?
पूछा जाता है इसलिए बोलते हैं बीच में का।
बस मिल गया सर आपका जवाब,
सॉरी सर, सॉरी सर।
ये 40
उनका
रुपए देके कोई डांट रहा है, मतलब अजीब है. और जीजी, टॉक अबाउट वीके.
सर हमारा नौकरी है, इसलिए वो बोलते हैं, मैं भी बोलता हूँ, द्वैपायन सर भी बोलते हैं और चंद्रेश भी बोलते हैं, हम सबको नौकरी है, तो इसलिए हमको नौकरी कर रहे हैं अपनी, और आपको बताने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं जो हमको लगता है कि जैसा होगा. तो अच्छा, द
और
अदर थिंग, सॉरी,
वीके वीके वीके
हाँ वीके, या उसी पे आ रहा था मैं, हाँ. सो वीके का यार अभी तक नहीं पता चला, आई एम ऑल्सो डिगिंग कि क्या हुआ है एग्जैक्टली, इट्स वेरी मिस्टीरियस.
DD has
या
said that he has given a fitness test. He was telling us yesterday.
द्वैपायन वाज सेइंग,
Yes.
हाँ.
अच्छा 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 अच्छा, हाँ तो होगा, फिर फिटनेस टेस्ट तो दिया ही होगा, ऐसे तो खबर बाहर नहीं आएगी ना, वो तो दैट हैज बीन रिपोर्टेड, दैट इज गिवन अ फिटनेस टेस्ट इन इंग्लैंड,
Oh
एंड
yeah, on
एक्सेप्शन,
the basis of the
सॉरी,
report I was saying, it was no, I was not. It was not my like I was on the basis
हाँ
of the
हाँ,
report I was saying, and like I've heard that story had some basis. It's not a false story.
Okay.
भाई मैंने भी बीसीसीआई को पता करने की कोशिश करी कि विराट के लिए ही क्यों अलग से ये फैसिलिटी दी गई, बट आई हैवंट रिसीव्ड अ रिस्पांस सो फार। होपफुली कुछ होगा तो मैं बताऊंगा कि ये इसके ऊपर अपडेट मिलेगा। होपफुली कुछ ना कुछ रहेगा तो ऑन रिकॉर्ड ही बताऊंगा आपको कि क्या हुआ एग्जैक्टली। बट आई डोंट वांट टू सॉर्ट ऑफ हिट इन द डार्क एंड से समथिंग दैट इज नॉट अप्रोप्रिएट if that has not happened, and if it has happened it has to have a solid reason, जो मैंने आई थिंक लास्ट टाइम भी बोला था। तो जब तक कुछ, और फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग इतना कोई, मैं तो कह रहा हूँ कि अगर वो जा रहे हैं, अगर दोनों बिग टू जा रहे हैं, तो इतना कोई फिटनेस टेस्ट को लेके बवाल नहीं क्रिएट करना चाहिए, वैसे भी नहीं करना चाहिए। 4 दिन बाद कोई नहीं पूछेगा फिटनेस टेस्ट को, ठीक है। जब एशिया कप शुरू हो जाएगा, ये सब अभी का ही रोना, वो है, ये है, वो है, फलाना डिमका डेक्सा, क्या नाम, सॉरी, अपना ये टेस्ट, वो टेस्ट, आपका ब्रोंको टेस्ट, वो सब अभी का ही वो है। जो भी है, एक बार क्रिकेट शुरू हो जाएगी, hopefully we'll put all that behind us. But yeah, having said that, because it is a matter of Virat Kohli and a slight exception being made in that case, we are digging into it. कुछ पता चलता है हम definitely आपको बताएंगे.
So, Didi Dhananjay Dharyal has a very pointed question, a very tough question. Please answer that. Why Dwaipan sir loves Thala more than Sakshi, Raina, and Raidu combined?
Well, Thala more than Sakshi as in who?
Sakshi, Sakshi Dhoni,
Acha.
Sakshi, Raina, and Raidu. All three combined, you love Thala more than all three of them combined. Why is it like that?
Okay, I could not quite understand this. The
Because he feels that you love him too much.
yeah, I really like Dhoni. Like I have seen him captain. This is the franchise that I have been following for so many years, and I haven't seen a captain like Dhoni ever. Like the way he has handled the team, the way his conviction, like when in 2018 he was making that team, like everyone was saying. He was making a dad's army and like सभी बोल रहे थे, even franchisee वाले भी बोल रहे थे कोई, and he just told the boss के sir just give me it's my team, if we lose it's on me, so मुझे करने दीजिए. So that is the kind of conviction he has had. uh, I haven't seen a captain like Dhoni ever, and even to this day I feel that he plays because in that 7, 8, 10 ball phase, because we have that impact sub rule in IPL. Had the impact sub rule not been there, he wouldn't have been playing. There was no cushion of a batter playing only 7 to 10 balls every game, but
There's a
because
cushion in Delhi.
huh
There's
the
a cushion in Delhi.
but so that's the thing. So because he has that option, so he plays, and even in that 7, 10 ball phase, if CSK wins 6 games, he wins you 2 games on with his 2 or 3 games with the bat. So yeah, that's the reason I haven't seen a captain like him ever in
So,
Indian cricket.
so you're not answered the question. Do you love him more than Sakshi, Raina, and Raidu combined?
Sakshi, Raina, and Raidu, I'm not really getting the fun of the question. I'm
No,
not,
the fun is that all like Sakshi because his wife, Raina because he considers him to
Acha,
be.
acha, acha, their love as opposed to my love.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, okay, okay. Okay,
Look at him
because
blushing. Look at him
हाँ
blushing.
हाँ, शायद मुझे डांट नहीं पड़ा धोनी से, बाकी तीनों को डांट पड़ा होगा थोड़ा कभी कभी मुझे कभी,
Oh, इस प्यार को क्या नाम दूं?
हाँ
Anyways,
वैसे कभी, हाँ anyway.
Mujahid Ali as a super chat, Arani, once again. 40 rupee super chat. Any update on KKR coach?
I think they haven't. Who do they have? I think they have Dwayne Brown still. I don't think they have moved. Any of the franchises have zeroed upon any candidate right now. I think they will be taking their time in a month or so. I think.
Has
Because TKR
Bravo
is
been
doing well.
sacked? Has Bravo
No,
been
no.
I
sacked?
don't think so. Nothing has come out like that.
Trinbago Knight
Even
Riders is doing well in CPL.
yeah. So I think that SRK connection with Bravo goes back a long way and all that. I think I think they have not made a decision on that. Any of the franchises, there will be a few franchises who will be going through this coaching staff overall, but it will take time. I think by October, November, we'll get to know what's happening. as of now, I think everyone's placed where they are. They're not looking at let the BCCI come out with their trade windows and everything, auction dates and everything. So I think by then things will start firming up. I don't think there's anything that has happened on that front at any franchise.
Dwepen, Rahul Balav has a comment. He says Kuldeep didn't get chance in England, but for Asia Cup, it's basically circling the ground like put me in coach, put me in coach.
Like to I'm really keen to see how India manages this 11. Like there could be a case. See, if I was looking at the squad 11 of the India England series, where India was playing with two pacers, which included Hardik Pandya, and they were playing three spinners, was made almost mandatory. So, that formula they stick with, no, like Hardik and Bumrah or Hardik and Arshdeep, then they will have those three proper frontline spinners. So that is an idea. I'm very keen to see, because you take Kuldeep and you don't make him sit out. At least you should not make him sit out. And Varun is undroppable. So it's a tricky situation, but both are like I think these two are like superb match winners at the stage of their careers that they are. It is very difficult to make them sit out, at least in T20 cricket. So it's a difficult choice, but how are they going to manage it? I am very keen to see, because that third proper all-rounder option they do not have. The ones Jadeja went, they do not have that all-rounder option. Have they had that, then it would have been much easier. But now there is a little bit of a catch-22 situation. Let's see. But in the England T20s, they played Bishnoi and Varun Chakravarti together. So if they stick to that formula, then they will have to go with two pacers, which includes Hardik. So it's a balancing act.
So, Dwepen, it looks like you have a fan here because Arvind Atreya says, Didi sir always being honest. And then he goes on to say, uh, honest Didi, love you, sir. So you love Dhoni or Thala. Arvind Atreya loves you. This is like a love triangle going on
Yes,
over here,
yes.
on right here on Beyond the
Cozy
Boundary.
club.
Huh?
Cozy club.
Cozy club, cozy club. Or any question? Basically, yeah. Arvind Atreya says if Central Zone take lead, then Shreyas Iyer is gone. No West Indies test for him. It's almost as if his selection is depending on this particular match.
See, I don't know what are the options do you have, and what is the combination that the selectors and the team managements are looking to play with. If Jadeja is coming at number 6 in India, Washington at 7, uh, there are very few little chance of anyone else other than if they are continuing with Sai Sudarshan and Karun Nair. I don't think Karun Nair
Kabul,
is
they
Karun
will.
Nair. I don't think is there much there in the. So I don't think Shreyas Iyer's performance will be judged on this performance because he has had a big Ranji Trophy season last season as well, and it's just an innings that he's come back after a long time. It's not that he has a consistency issue in India. He's done well in Test cricket in India as well. So I don't think this Duleep Trophy performance will be the basis of selection or non-selection of Shreyas Iyer. That could be something else that if Indian selectors are looking at him, if he can bat in Sena countries and all that, if we want to invest in him for the future, all that factors can play a role. But I don't think a Duleep Trophy 20 scoring 20 in a Duleep Trophy single innings will have an influence on that.
Okay, we've got one.
चंद्रचंद, I just want मुझे एक बात लग रहा है कि I think we are discounting one player, that is Nitish Reddy. Nitish Reddy
Yeah,
got
yes, okay.
injured, and so because he gives you that bowling option also, so he can very well be that middle order number 5, 6, whichever slot that Karun Nair slot, that slot will open up. No, so he can also come in. So he is also very much in the fray because he didn't do anything wrong. He got injured and then didn't play. So
It's very curious. Nitish Reddy got injured after the Australia tour, then he got injured after the England tour. So
he got
he,
injured in the middle of the series. He
yeah,
missed
middle of
test
the
match.
series. Usually it is between November and December. So that's why I was very curious. So that's why I asked. I'm being very, like, I don't know, I'm very innocent question I asked you. There's a honest super chat once again, 200 rupee super chat. So we need a proper 200 rupee reply from first from Gigi, then from Didi, and then from Orani, because it's a 200 rupee super chat. Achal has sent this 200 rupee super chat. Kohli is 36, super fit and in form, as he has two player of the matches in 5 matches of ODI World Cup 2027 and his greatest ODI batter ever. He deserves ODI World Cup 2027, else it's huge injustice which shouldn't be tolerated.
अब ये ह्यूज इनजस्टिस तो मालूम नहीं मेरे को। अगर ऐसा तो वे तेंदुलकर अगला वर्ल्ड कप भी खेल लेते, तो सिर्फ नाम पे खेलना होता। तो इफ ही इज कंटिन्यूइंग इन फॉर्म एंड गेटिंग द रन्स व्हिच ही इज इन वनडे क्रिकेट एंड ही इज फिट व्हिच ही इज, देन व्हाई नॉट। मैं तो हमेशा से बोल रहा हूँ 27 वर्ल्ड कप तो खेलेंगे ही वो उस केस में, unless he has decided otherwise. See, nobody expected him to suddenly withdraw from test matches and call it a day in test matches. So that could happen in the this thing also, in the ODIs also. You never know. अब वो अभी वो फिलहाल बोल रहे हैं मुझे ODIs खेलने हैं, वर्ल्ड कप खेलना है, ये वो, but then who knows what happens. I mean, when the Australia series started, I remember Ravi Shastri was saying that Kohli तो easily 3-4 साल खेल सकते हैं, and it seemed that that was Virat's plan. But then eventually 6 months down the line, we learned that he was quitting Test cricket. So things are very difficult to predict. But if he's fit and fine, then why not? I mean, if he's fit and firing, then why not? And I think he will be, should be. He's maintained himself pretty well. He's worked on it. If there's anybody who deserves to play at that age for India in a big tournament, it is Virat Kohli with the amount of fitness that he has shown. But because उनकी reputation है वो विराट कोहली है, इसलिए वो सब tournament खेलने चाहिए. I don't agree to that. I mean, by the same logic, I feel that even Rohit Sharma, unless he really, sort of pulls up his socks in terms of his fitness and all, I don't think he should be playing, and I think he's not there in the plans either. So, but Virat, I think definitely is there in the plans for the 27 World Cup because of एक ही, but then at the same time एक ही format खेल रहे हैं. तो ये जो हमारे जिन्होंने सवाल पूछा है सर जी, इनको मैं याद दिला दूं कि एक ही फॉर्मेट खेल रहे हैं ODI, जो सबसे कम जिसमें मैचेस होता है. आचल सर एक ही फॉर्मेट खेल रहे हैं अभी कोहली.
आचल सर नहीं, आचल मैडम. आंचल मैडम. सो मैडम एक ही फॉर्मेट खेल रहे हैं विराट कोहली और रोहित शर्मा. वो एक ही फॉर्मेट में ओडीआई खेल रहे हैं. ओडीआई साल में गिन के होते हैं, ठीक है. तो दैट इज व्हाई इट्स गोइंग टू बी वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर बोथ हिम एंड रोहित टू कीप गोइंग एज सेवरल ग्रेट्स. ये मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, काफी बड़े ग्रेट्स ने बोला. ये अनिल कुंबले ने बोला. आई थिंक स्टीवो आल्सो सेड दैट एट एन इवेंट द सेम व्हिच अनिल कुंबले वाज देयर एंड लॉट ऑफ अदर्स. आई थिंक सौरव गांगुली has also said that. So it's not going to be easy. It's a tough challenge. So let's see how things go about. Arani, Didi, quick replies from you. Are you pro VK or anti VK?
No, we're not pro or anti VK. It's like you look at it very objectively. Like Gigi said, I think from here on, what will happen is he will be told that he will be picked on merit right now. So because when you're aging at this time, you're not playing much cricket. You cannot use up a couple of one-day internationals of a series to just get warmed up. You're not playing anything around the year. When you're not playing the game starts moving away from you as well. You become slow in terms of, I'm not talking about fitness, there will be no doubts over Virat Kohli's fitness ever, I think. That is not even a concern. It's about if he can sustain himself, if he can play those 300, 350 run matches, if he can maintain that strike rate, if he can, I think even after that Pakistan match where he scored that 100 in the Champions Trophy, he said, "I need a breather now these days. It's getting on me. It's taking a toll." He himself admitted in the post-match thing that it's not easy for me to play matches on the bounce and all that. So the selectors have to have that talk with him that 2 years down the line, however fit you are, can you see his forte was running between the wickets and maneuvering playing the field through the middle overs. So that will be the challenge for him. So he may have to rely on boundary hitting a little more and everything that we. I think if he continues playing in this season, I think that will give an indicator where he's going. And since you're not playing for such for so much of a year, so much time of the year, sitting out, I think what will be the trigger for him? I think he needs that drive and everything. Is he does he have the same hunger that he used to? He's that kind of a guy. He needs something to really drive him. So I think sitting out for that will be a challenge, and that's the kind of discussions I think the selectors, the coach, and the BCCI will be having with him. See, can he maintain his peak, absolute peak, for another 2 years and everything? So that can be judged if he decides to. I think no one's asking him to retire now. I'm not. Nobody's dropping him now. They will have a chat, and it will be up to him. It's the same discussion was done before during the IPL. He was trying to push himself in the red ball format. He came out to play the Ranji Trophy when in a round of matches when the others were not playing. Others had done with their Ranji Trophy in the previous round. It was an afterthought for him. He came back. He tried to push himself, and then during the IPL he said, "I don't think I can sustain myself through a high intensity series or such a long series. So the World Cup will be a long World Cup again. So that will be the key. So it's up to Virat Kohli. Nobody is dropping him right away. They will have a discussion with him. These are the plans. We need you to be at your absolute best. At number three, if you're batting, you have to marshal the other batters around you. So that kind of discussions I think will happen, and then it will be up to Virat how motivated he is to just play. I think a handful of ODIs in a year. The kick that he needs to keep going, will he get it in that way? So I think that all that factors will come in.
Didi, quick reply from you.
He performs, he plays. Like if he doesn't perform, if he is going to Australia, it there will be pace, there will be bounce. If he does well, he should play, and if he decides to play, then one thing, because there are such less ODIs, he should play Vijay Hazare, and he should play that because he stays in England. He should play that one day tournament in England. These are the basic two things he should do if he is seriously looking at the ODI World Cup in 2027, back end of 2027. It's long, it's a long distance off. So it's better he has more game time under his belt if he is looking to play, and if he is informed. We will know in Australia if he is informed form or not. And if he himself struggles in Australia, I think he will not block a spot. If he sees that he is struggling, he will probably go on his own.
Okay, we've got appreciation from a in the form of a super chat from Ayush Jindal, 100 rupee super chat. So I just want smiles from all three of you. TOI Sports is currently the best sports channel with top level discussion, humor, and banter. DD sir and Sahil Bhai are superb, but Arnida is favorite. So we're having some kind of a fan club going on here. I don't know what's happening here right now because Arvind Atreyas DD for Thala, Arani ke liye Ayush Jindal. I don't know what's happening here. Steve Sharma has sent a 40 rupee super chat, and either Arani or Gigi, please tell me 40 rupee super chat. क्या आपके पास इनसाइड न्यूज है फर्स्ट विकेट कीपर जितेश और संजू?
जी
और नहीं,
बोलो।
और नहीं,
अच्छा,
तुम बोलो पहले आप।
I think that is the. I don't think we need to be at the ground and to see how they're going about their practice sessions and everything. That will give us a clue. But see, it's a tricky situation. It's not an easy thing with Sanju with those hundreds and all that. But clearly, the Indian team management wants someone to man the middle order as well to play that explosive cameos and everything. So it will be a very tricky call. I think there will be discussions with Sanju, how he goes in the practice sessions. I think KL Rahul proved himself in during the Champions Trophy as Gigi was there. From ball one in practice sessions, he was going big. He had shown that desire, the drive to play that role. Can Sanju modify himself and convince the team management that I can play that role as well? I'm flexible enough. So I think that that's the thing that Sanju has to. It's for some reason it's come down to Sanju and proving himself. I think there will be how these two go, and with Gautam Gambhir, uh, it's a very confusing thing with Gautam Gambhir. On one hand, he would say that he likes continuity, and then he goes for recent form as well. So that will be a very tricky call. Every playing 11 will be debated under Gautam Gambhir's regime, I would say, because he's that kind of a person he's not very set in his ways when it comes to planning and strategizing. He likes to be very flexible and fluid. But I think if we go through if anyone has the chance to follow the practice sessions and everything, then we will get a better idea. I mean, 2 days before a game, I think where things stand at this moment.
Okay, we've got one more 200 rupee super chat from Aanchal. I'm sorry, I'm keeping all three of you hanging right now, but the धन वर्षा हो रही है यहाँ पर.
आने दो.
Aanchal says, सर तेंदुलकर का एग्जाम्पल टेस्ट में ठीक था, एज कोहली का फॉर्म नहीं था, बट इसी ईयर 2025 में कोहली एंड अय्यर ही मेन बैटर्स थे. Kohli 2 POTM in CT25, 100 not out versus Pakistan, 84 versus Australia. Not repute, form plus fitness. Gigi, you want to take that? Yeah, Didi or Gigi, whoever.
डीडी आप बोलो पहले.
No, we are not disagreeing that, or we are not saying that Kohli should be pushed out. There is no question of that. A player of that class and quality and pedigree, especially in one day and more so in one day cricket. So that is the reason why he's not being pushed out. So it is on him. It is on him. If he performs, if has he gets his game right, keeps on churning out the runs, then who will drop him? Who has the and why should he be dropped? So there is no question of him getting dropped. But yes, if there is a phase of 5-6 games where he does not get runs, or even if he doesn't get runs in Australia, uh, so then that question may come in. And it is a valid question because the queue is so long and there are so many players waiting in the queue. So then those questions will come in. But if once he plays, what is the problem?
Okay. Sports fan says, आज तो TOI Sports party करेगा. Record super chats today. Yes, thanks a lot. Please keep it coming. And the final comment of the day, I'll just leave it with this particular comment that has come from Max69. And the comment says basically, Indian fans को trophy नहीं, अपने favorite खिलाड़ी खेलना चाहिए. I think that sums up
बिल्कुल.
that sums up everything.
वो हमारा
Do you
फैन
guys
कल्चर
agree?
भी हमारा थोड़ा बहुत जर्नलिज्म का कल्चर भी वही है. वी आर फैन बेस्ड है पूरा सिस्टम यहाँ पर, अनफॉर्चुनेटली.
Okay. And this one final thing, this one day series that's going on right now in England, starting off with you, Gigi, just quick replies from all three of you. Do you think there's too much theorization in England about the ODI format? Players saying ODI cricket is dead, it needs revitalization. ये वो सब उस चक्कर में are they not doing well in one day cricket since the 2019 World Cup?
आई थिंक चंद्र दे आर स्ट्रगलिंग वेरी बैडली इन द बॉलिंग डिपार्टमेंट. ठीक है, मुझे ब्राइटन कास्ट वगैरह आई जस्ट डोंट, आई मीन आदिल रशीद के ऊपर बहुत ज्यादा बॉलिंग डिपेंडेंट लग रही है मेरे को, और आर्चर के ऊपर. टू क्लास बॉलर्स, बट सब कुछ वही नहीं कर सकते हर बार. आई थिंक इन जेकब ब्रेथल दे हैव समबडी रियली एक्साइटिंग. मतलब मैंने कल थोड़ा जितना उनका गेम देखा, आई थिंक ही इज 21, राइट? आई मीन ही इज गोना गो वेरी फार. You know, he's phenomenal, and obviously Harry Brook is a clean striker of the ball. So England have got the ingredients for a good side in future, but I think I'm also quite excited by the way South Africa have shaped up, you know, and the way Matthew Brisgay has started off his international ODI career. I think 550s on the trot. He's made a world record, including 100. So phenomenal start, absolutely, to his ODI career, and Deval Brevis obviously has been in exceptional, sensational form, six-hitting form. Tristan Stubbs is another, you know, absolutely crazy hitter of the ball. So I think South Africa is shaping up to be pretty good. But yeah, England have got their problems in white ball cricket, which have emerged out of the blue after when they won back-to-back World Cups in 19 and 22. 23 से start start where with a poor performance in the 23 ODI World Cup in India, and then they lost in the semis, I think, to India in the 24 T20 World Cup. So I don't know. Maybe Champions Trophy also they got knocked out say in the league stage only, I think. So maybe better results await them in the T20 World Cup. Let's see with the young crop. But yeah, they have got issues to address, especially bowling, I feel.
Didi, England are okay in T20 cricket, but in ODI, somehow it seems to me that the English media, the English players have gotten into the intellectual discussion about the ODI format, what is the future, and that's why we are not getting the results that we are expecting them
No,
to deliver.
their problem has become that they intellectualize the cricket a little too much. Like that is their problem. That is why they did not win this test series. Like had they been like playing normally, playing the way you should play, like so there is this their thought process. I also I completely agree with you. I do not always get their thought process, but having said that, as we are saying that they have a good core of bat, batters who will be good in South Africa. That's what I think. So, and these bowlers, Gigi is saying that Bryden Carrsworth उतना अच्छा नहीं है, but वो back of the length bowling अच्छा कर लेता है. And South Africa में World Cup है ना, so probably they will have a decent bowling lineup by then if Archer is fit. So. mm, England can be a force, can be a force. So like we have seen the best and the worst of England over the last few years. Like 15 May that World Cup they were atrocious. Then 19 they won. Then 23 was kind of middling. They did not make the semis. So it is like that, and yeah, that's how it is.
Any final comment from you? We only hear about the future of ODI cricket and where it is heading
Yeah,
from English media and from English players, current English
yeah.
players and former English players. No other country there is talk about this ODI format, where it is going, and the result be वैसे ही आ रहा है. It's almost as if they're manifesting it.
Yeah, see, the media, I can get that they can discuss whatever what the future of the game is. But what I also got to the from this Indian tour was the players are very opinionated. They have very strong opinions, and they think if they think this is not the way or this is the game should be played in a way, so that is it. That's written in, that's carved in stone for them. But that changed. The baseball brand of cricket changed eventually in this series. They had to come back from Lord's Test. They decided not to go crash bang, play that crash bang cricket with their batting. I think their strike rates came down. They played. They were positive, but they were not going playing that mindless cricket, carefree cricket they were doing in the last 2 years because the results weren't coming. Now I think the Champions Trophy has been really bad. As for someone like Jacob Bithell, supremely talented, he did not play first class games and he was drafted into the Test 11. He has not played any longer format games and he's there. I think he led England in a international match against Ireland or Zimbabwe, I think recently.
He's going to lead
So
Abhi
I think he's going to lead. Yeah.
in
So
Ireland.
I think so they're not taking it seriously as much. India's spoiled for choices. Maybe they can afford to do that. I think they need. I think the players are also being conditioned in a way. This is not an important format. You know, it's just a practice game. I think Josh Butler during an interview during the IPL told me. I think bilateral ODIs have become practice warm-up games. Just people just turn up to just. I think just for the sake of attendance, giving
Yeah.
attendance there. So that's how they look at it. They are much keen on playing leagues now. And once the English cricket circle has decided that's the way it's going to be, they believe that the world should follow that as well. I think that's how they see themselves, I think. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Jate Jate, we've got one more super chat. Unfortunately, we have to take that, or fortunately, 100 rupee super chat from Shivangi. And I want quick reply from any one of you. Kohli deserves when you all say if he performs? How many ODIs will you judge him on? Six? Just three is too less to judge. And what is Kohli thinking? KSR might know. KSR to nahi hai, but we've got DD, GG, and AB.
I
One
think
of you
what
go.
Kohli is thinking, so nobody knows. I think
Nobody knows.
nobody
Nobody knows. But
nobody
how many
knew
ODIs will
even.
you judge you on? GG, AB, DD?
It
What do you think
depends
about
on how the Australian. If he fails miserably there, I think three will be enough for him to judge himself and take a call. And if he's in the middling ground and is there and there, I think he should be fine for this home season. I think the focus is still on T20 cricket. I think the big calls will follow after the T20 World Cup. I think rest can add, I think.
and what about you, Gigi?
आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि ये हाँ एज रानी सेड ये 3 मैच में अगर नहीं परफॉर्म करते अच्छा सी इट्स अ वेरी फ्लूइड सिचुएशन चंद्रेश आई मीन वी जस्ट सॉ दैट ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ही स्टार्टेड ऑफ विद 100 एज आई सेड यू नो इन द सेकंड इनिंग्स एंड देन उसके बाद में फोर्थ फिफ्थ स्टंप के बाहर बॉल ही केप्ट निकिंग एंड ही सडनली रियलाइज दैट टेस्ट क्रिकेट से अपना हो गया है यू नो बिकॉज ही कुड सी हिमसेल्फ स्ट्रगलिंग इन इंग्लैंड एज वेल so maybe in Australia also if something similar happens he might the self pride that he has might force him to sort of call it a day completely in international cricket, you know, like that. But it could also be that that in case, sorry, in case he does well in the series, there is definitely a case for him to continue, and there's no reason to believe why he will not do well. ODI is a format which has really suited him. In Test, उनका performance पिछले 5 साल में नीचे ही गया, south ही गया, apart from the odd 100. You know, I won
And
at the
Australia doesn't will not feel the strongest attack as well.
No, because they'll be getting ready for
Mm,
Ashes. Pat
yeah,
Cummins is
so
also
yes,
not available. Yeah.
yeah.
so their second 11, those are gone are those days when their second 11 used to be equally good and all. Now even Pakistan, I think last year जब गए तो वो लोग हरा दिए उनके second 11
हाँ, अभी
को
साउथ
आराम से.
अफ्रीका ने हराया उनको
हाँ,
वनडे से.
correct, correct,
हाँ.
correct.
Okay, one final super chat, 200 rupees super chat. That's why I'm taking AI
अरे
platform fan clubs. And the question is, sir, why is this John asking everyone to send reels, edits, tagging Happy Shubh Divas for Gill's birthday? I just checked. Shubman Gill's birthday is on September 8th. Horribly cringe PR. Never seen this. It's like Bollywood. On ODIs, Kohli is still world's best, as in Champions Trophy. Dwepan,
In
has the
ODI
fan
question,
culture entered?
no, this
Fan,
first part of the question I'm not exactly understanding. I
So
am not
basically,
very.
there's this influencer on X called Crick Crazy Johns. He's apparently asking everybody to send videos and reels tagging Shubman Gill and saying Happy Shubh Divas. So basically, Shubman Gill's birthday, just like today is Teachers' Day, Shubman Gill's birthday is Happy Shubh Divas. So we already got a day to celebrate Shubman Gill's birthday.
करना
Named.
है तो करने दो ना. If you do not want to indulge in that, engage in that, you don't engage. Somebody wants to do it, let him do. What's the big deal?
Okay.
Like, that is the first. That is first part, and second part in ODIs, Kohli is still world's best. As in City, world's best. क्या पता तो नहीं है, but like he's of course his Champions Trophy performances were spot on. So he is good. Like me saying Virat Kohli is good. It's idiotic. I should not be saying that. Obviously, he's good. So then yeah, Australia. We will know in Australia. I think. See, he hasn't hung. He didn't hang on to his T20 spot. He was the man of the match in the T20 World Cup final, and then decided to he decided to quit. He could easily have chosen to stay back in T20 cricket. Test cricket also, he wouldn't have been dropped for the England series. He would have gone to England, and there was a chance that he might have succeeded also. So he will take his call. Don't worry. Like he has enough self-respect. The quality player that he is. If he thinks game चल नहीं रहा है, वो खुद चले जाएंगे. We will not have to push him out.
We clearly see that the love that Didi has for Thala, which is more than combined Sakshi, Raina, and Raidu. The same kind of love I don't see for VK, but that's life.
but but I do have the respect for Week. Like a player of
But
that
it's not
quality.
love. It's not love. It's
I
all
don't
about
know.
loving. It's not love. The love is not coming out of you. You're not blushing as much as you're blushing when you're talking about Thala. So so that's the thing. We have to live with it. So anyway, sports fan
But
as the final comment.
when I
Huh?
when we had that our best Test 11, India's all-time Test captain was Virat Kohli. So that says what it had to say.
Okay, I take your word for that. Sports
Uh,
fan as the final comment. He says, Chandresh sir, अब super chats की आदत डाल लो. Good to see you guys grow. On that note, thanks a lot, gentlemen, for joining us. It's a long discussion. We started off with Arshdeep. We ended up with a lot of super chats. Thanks a lot to everyone watching us today. Please keep sending the super chats like this. Please be part of the conversation. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And that's it for today. Thanks a lot to three of you, Gigi, AB, and DD, and to everyone watching and to our backend team. We'll see you very soon. Till then, take very good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless.